In this video you will find detailed information related to the most recent biggest illegal method of winning in sports betting. Please note that the materials and information contained in this video are for general information and education purposes only. The fraud methods described in this video are illegal and have penal implications. How to make millions of euros using only the satellite dishes, having an advantage between 20 and 120 seconds. With this advantage, the criminal network was able to make winning bets, as they managed to intercept the images captured by the cameras from the stadiums before they reached the television production studios to be broadcast or before they reached the betting systems of all operators, soccer and tennis games. Important, the criminal network was not arrested due to this method. They did not suspected, even by police or even betting agencies. They were arrested only due to other alternative gambling methods they used. Only then this method was discovered by the police in December 2023. The summary of info on this video. What is sports bets fraud and examples detailed fast. Satellite sports broadcast system explained fast. The criminal network. How many people were involved, nationalities and places. How the team used the live betting system to place the bets between 20 and 120 seconds in advance on which team was going to score the next goal, take a corner, or receive a card soccer football. How the satellite signals codes feeds were found and from where. Soccer bets involved World Cup 2022, Nations League La Liga, Bundesliga, Asia and South America. Tennis games too. Alternative used betting fraud methods of the same criminal network and the reason of being caught. What is sports bets fraud? The size of the global betting market for all sports is currently estimated to be 1.69 trillion per year. Football is estimated to be about 60% of this market. Globally, 65% of the overall betting turnover is recorded within the Asian bookmakers, 21% for Europe and the remaining 14% for the rest of the world. The figures have been drastically growing over the past few years. The percentage of fixed matches is estimated around 1% across all sports. The global annual criminal proceeds from betting-related match fixing are estimated at approximately 120 million. In fact, it is much higher. Football remains the most profitable target for matches manipulated. Sports betting fraud refers to any attempt to manipulate the outcome of a sporting event or betting market for financial gain. This can take various forms. Here are some examples and explanations of common sports betting fraud tactics. Match fixing. This involves one or more players, officials, or coaches conspiring to influence the outcome of a sporting event in a predetermined manner. The most well-known example of match fixing is the Black Sox scandal of 1919, where several members of the Chicago White Sox were paid to intentionally lose the World Series. In 2000, a major scandal erupted in European football, when it was discovered that several high-profile matches, including Champions League games, had been fixed by criminals. Players were bribed to throw matches or perform poorly to influence the outcome, and the people involved placed large bets on the fixed results. Point shaving. Similar to match fixing, point shaving involves players intentionally underperforming or not playing at their best to ensure that the final score falls within the point spread set by bookmakers. This can benefit those who have bet on the underdog or the point spread, as it can lead to an outcome where the underdog covers the spread or the favorite fails to cover. Best examples of point shaving are the Dixie Classic scandal of 1961, the Boston College basketball point shaving scandal of 7,879, which was infiltrated by gangsters Henry Hill and Jimmy Burke, and the Tulane men's basketball point shaving scandal of 1984, which led the university to disband its program for 4 seasons. In August 2007, NBA referee Tim Donaghy pleaded guilty to 2 felonies related to wagering on games that he officiated in a scheme somewhat related to point shaving. Insider trading. In this scenario, individuals with privileged information about a team, player, or sporting event use this information to gain an unfair advantage in betting markets. For example, a player's injury or suspension that is not publicly disclosed could be exploited by insiders to Place bets before the information becomes widely known. In 2007, a scandal rocked the world of tennis when it was revealed that several top players, including former world No. 4 Nikolay Davydenko, were being investigated for suspicious betting patterns. Davydenko was accused of intentionally losing a match in Poland after betting on his opponent. The ATP investigated the case but found no conclusive evidence of wrongdoing. Arbitrage betting, while not inherently fraudulent, arbitrage betting can sometimes be used in a deceptive manner. Arbitrage betting involves exploiting discrepancies in odds offered by different bookmakers to guarantee a profit regardless of the outcome. However, individuals may engage in deceptive practices, such as using multiple identities or placing opposite bets to hide their actions from bookmakers. In 2016, an online betting syndicate, known as the Betfair 6, was convicted of using a sophisticated computer program to place bets on horse races. The program analyzed the odds offered by different bookmakers and placed bets with the highest potential return. The syndicate made over €110K in profit before being caught. Syndicate betting. This occurs when multiple bettors pool their resources to place large bets on the same outcome, with the aim of moving the betting odds in their favor. Syndicate betting can involve hundreds or even thousands of participants working together to place large, coordinated wagers. In 2013, a group of individuals known as the Bombshell Bandits were convicted of using a sophisticated computerized system to place bets on horse races. The system used a combination of insider information and manipulation of the odds to ensure a profit on each race. Computer hacking. In the digital age, hackers may attempt to manipulate sports betting markets by hacking into systems or manipulating algorithms to their advantage. This can include hacking into betting platforms or manipulating betting software. In 2011, a group of hackers targeted online betting exchanges and stole millions of pounds from unsuspecting customers. The hackers used a combination of malware and social engineering techniques to access customers' accounts and place bets without their knowledge. Satellite systems for sports events and gambling. Satellite broadcasts of sports events. In the real time of sports broadcasting, satellite technology plays a crucial role. Satellites are used to transmit sports events to television networks around the world. For example, major events like the Olympics, World Cup, and Super Bowl are typically broadcast via satellite to a global audience. Satellite communications for betting companies. Some betting companies use satellite technology for communication purposes. This can include sending odds data to betting shops or transmitting live betting information for in-play betting. Satellite betting. Some betting companies operate their own satellite networks for transmitting betting odds and accepting bets. This is less common than other methods of communication due to the cost and complexity involved, but it can offer some advantages in terms of reliability and security. Satellite broadcasting of sports events refers to the transmission of live or recorded sporting events using satellite technology. Here's a breakdown of the process and the role of satellites in sports broadcasting. Capture and production. Sports events are typically captured by cameras placed around the venue. This footage is then sent to a production facility where it is edited, augmented with graphics, and prepared for broadcasting. Signal transmission. Once the broadcast is ready, it needs to be sent to various destinations. This is where satellites come into play. A satellite uplink facility receives the broadcast feed and transmits it to a satellite in geostationary orbit. Satellite relay. The satellite receives the broadcast signal and then retransmits it down to Earth. This signal can cover a large geographic area, allowing viewers in different regions to tune in to the broadcast. Ground reception. People who want to watch the event tune in to the broadcast using a satellite dish and receiver. The signal is picked up by the dish and then decoded by the receiver, allowing viewers to watch the event on their television screens. Transmission to TV networks. From there, the broadcast signal can be sent to television networks, cable providers, or streaming services, which then distribute it to subscribers or viewers. Satellite broadcasting offers several advantages, including global coverage. Satellites can cover vast areas, making it possible to broadcast events to a global audience. Reliability. Satellites are less susceptible to weather-related disruptions or local technical issues that can affect other broadcasting methods. Signal quality. Satellite broadcasts typically provide high-quality, high-definition video and audio. Flexibility. Satellites can be used to broadcast live events as they happen or to store and transmit pre-recorded content. However, there are also some limitations and challenges associated with satellite broadcasting, such as the need for specialized equipment, satellite dishes and receivers, and potential signal interference. Additionally, satellite broadcasting can be expensive, particularly for live events that require real-time transmission. Overall, satellite broadcasting plays a crucial role in bringing sports events to a global audience, and it is an important component of the sports broadcasting industry. The criminal network. 23 people were involved with different roles. All were Romanians or Bulgarians. The leader, a Romanian citizen with no criminal record, staying in Spain. Location: Cabanillas del Campo, Guadalajara. 10.000 people. 2 usual commercial satellite dishes with diameter 2.4 meters each. 80 mobile phones. 200 phones cards. Communication method: telegram. The procedure: the team used satellite dishes 2.40 meters in diameter, more than double the usual size. Installed in the home of the Romanian leader, staying in a regular house in a small Spanish town. With these, the leader connected to the satellites and intercepted the images sent by the cameras before they reached the television production studios and were then broadcast. It was between 20 and 120 seconds in advance of any betting system. The criminal group used codes called feeds with which it bypassed the encoding of the television signal, and so was able to receive the mandatory information in advance on the leader's computer. After, the other members bet in the so-called live mode, where the odds paid change their value very quickly on which team will score the next goal, take a corner kick or receive a yellow or red card. Or tennis games. They use encrypted applications to communicate between them. How are the satellite signals codes feeds found? These mandatory codes were obtained from an Iranian channel on Telegram called HackSatFeed, Hacker Satellite Feed, where some unknown users share them illegally. Competitions and games. The team was using this method on different competitions and sports. Soccer, World Cup Qatar 2022, Nations League, Spanish League, Bundesliga, Asia and South America competitions. Tennis games involved too. How they were caught and arrested. They did not use only this method. They used another fraud method too. Nobody suspected them on the bets based on the satellite system. They were arrested for the second method actually. The second fraud method was to send a group member to the stadium to watch the match and to bet immediately after an event had happened. They had a person employed in the betting agency approving the bets. In the meantime, they were selling betting tips on social networks too. The police was alerted by betting agencies when there were some suspicions related to unusual high-value bets on tennis table matches. This was the mistake of the network. After arrests, 47 bank accounts were blocked by the police. There is another big amount of money, other millions of euros estimated by Europol specialists, sent to crypto wallets, not being able to be traced by authorities. These were never found.